Welcome to the exciting and new podcast. I'm Jason.
I'm Andy.
I'm Dana.
Oh, nobody's there.
We're waiting.
This week we're talking about the adventures of Buckaroo Banzai across the 8th dimension. Let me catch my breath. Woo! Rated PG.
I'm surprised they didn't call this part 1 of 7 or something like that.
This is our longest title so far. Running time was 1 hour and 43 minutes. Released on August 15th, 1984. Directed by W.D. Richter. I had never heard of him. He directed things like... he only had one other directing credit, and that was Late for Dinner. He had writing credits for Invasion of the Body Snatchers, Stealth. He wrote this movie, and Big Trouble in Little China. He also wrote.
That was good. That was fun.
The IMDb description for this movie is adventurer, brain surgeon, rock musician. What a ridiculous combination.
So
right?
stupid.
Buckaroo Banzai and his crime-fighting team, the Hong Kong Cavaliers, must stop evil alien invaders from the 8th dimension who are planning to conquer Earth.
Were they?
I didn't know. I had no idea.
I didn't get the feeling.
I just knew they were in New Jersey.
I thought they were trying to leave Earth.
I felt like they were trying to get off Earth, not
and
conquer
why are you giving such a hard time?
Or why were they in Trenton?
I mean, yeah.
That was great. The Trenton psychiatric.
I felt like the
for
Jamaicans,
or whatever.
the Jamaicans were the one who wanted
Which
to
were
come to Earth.
Whatever their alien name was. I'm sure you have it written in your notes somewhere because they were the
Lizardo.
Was that the name of the aliens?
Lizardo was also the name of the center.
Okay, but they were the ones that like Christopher Lloyd and the rest of them were the red ones, and the black ones were the guys who were the Jamaicans when they were humans. Yes. I was like, okay, I guess the black guys are automatically Jamaicans.
and yeah, with the accents and they call them at one point the Rastas. They're like,
well, I guess when
Rastas,
you see them as a human, they look like they're like that, but. Oh my God.
They were human every other time you turned your head. Human, alien,
well,
human,
it depended
alien.
on who was looking at them.
I didn't understand that. But a human looked at it. I don't know. I was getting really confused. Why does he look like that now? Why does he look human? Why does he look like an alien? Why does he look human? Well, what is happening?
Why can he jump over that wall?
Yes.
Why were let me use air quotes here, the black leotardos or whatever, why were their fingers always like twitchy,
they were
but
so
the red
shaky.
ones were not?
I don't know.
Must have had something. What side of the planet they were from? They got
a few taglines here for you. Taglines: beings from another dimension have invaded your world. You can't see them, but they can see you. Your only hope is Buckaroo Banzai, and expect the unexpected. That's from Big Brother, and he does. We'll get right into this cast. We got a big cast.
Yeah.
But they wanted this movie to be
huge.
A franchise. This was a franchise starting movie.
It was planned to be that. It bombed at the box office.
Oh, I see why.
And you could see, you saw right at the end of the movie there was an introduction to the next movie that they were hoping to have made. You know,
with the title and everything, like
exactly. So
that was crazy.
I saw that, I've seen that Superman 2 or something like that, or Superman 1. They said Superman will return, and the Guardians of the Galaxy. They said the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, never a title.
The end of Captain America: Civil War says Spider-Man will return. Like they were so confident they had a franchise set up with Spider-Man. This one. I'm like, Jesus Christ, man! When you say that, you better be ready to come with the goods. They were not ready.
No.
Our second Peter Weller movie in just a few weeks, basically, playing Buckaroo Banzai.
Half American, half Japanese. Buckaroo Banzai.
Oh, totally white.
His top four hasn't changed. So RoboCops 1 and 2, Buckaroo Banzai, and Naked Lunch are his.
I wish Firstborn had made it into his top.
Firstborn was
a much better movie.
I was hoping that our podcast would have boosted their numbers.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, "What's this movie?" and looking it up, and that did not happen.
Playing Dr. Emilio Lizardo, also playing Lord John Worfen, John Lithgow.
Yeah.
Was he playing two characters?
At first, I thought he was Russian, and then I'm like, he's Italian. right? Did we sound Russian?
I looked up something where it was talking about his Italian dialect coach. I'm like, he's Italian? I was like, that does not sound like any
Towards
Italian
the
I
end,
know.
he did, because towards the end, he started talking like they did on Mad TV, and it was like, oh, it's the Pope. And I'm like, okay.
The state.
The
Pope.
state, yeah, sorry, the state.
Not our first John Lithgow. His top 4 hasn't changed either, but Buckaroo Banzai made it into his top 4.
Oh, my
man.
God.
Also with World According to Garp, Cliffhanger, Love is Strange.
Footloose should have been on there.
I don't even know Love is Strange. Do you know that?
I don't know that either.
No.
We already did him on Footloose. You said
Yeah,
it, but
you
he did him in Twilight Zone
movie.
too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. This is our first
that.
Ellen Barkin movie, though, right?
Okay, all right.
She played Penny Pretty.
Penny Pretty.
Guess what? It's in her top 4.
the top-
Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai is also in her top 4.
Oh,
She
my
was
God.
She was. I feel like we are not on the side of the other people watching this movie, but she was the identical twin
Yes.
sister of his
His wife.
late ex-wife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that real?
Peggy.
Like,
Peggy.
It was his
but
his
they
wife
were
was-
separated at birth and adopted out, but were still named Peggy and Penny,
and
even though they were adopted out.
why do you even make that a plot point? Why?
No.
Unless like someday you're going to bring
It
that
was-
back
yeah,
in a
in the
sequel. and be
sequel.
They
like,
don't follow that up.
Oh.
Yeah. It was
Yeah.
probably going to be.
so
She probably had a
stupid.
huge part in the sequel.
Yes. They're like, my wife never died. She's living on planet 10. Planet 10. You named your own planet 10.
It's horrible. Like they just want to. We're the 10th one.
That was so bad. Ellen Barkin is one of those women that I even remember in the 80s being like, people were talking about her, and I'm like, I don't know who this chick is. And
No.
I really don't remember her until Ocean's 12, and she was.
Wasn't
she's
she
in
in
that?
Sea of Love?
Yeah.
I think with Pacino or something like that.
Never saw.
But she was 30 years old in this movie.
Okay.
Oh,
So she was old by Hollywood standards for a woman, for sure.
Yeah.
Especially like the love interest.
She looked like she was playing younger in this, though. It
Yeah.
seemed like it felt like at least, but
I never got her. Like, she's fine, but
nah.
I know
Yeah.
she was like a sex symbol at one point. I never really cared for her. When Matt Damon was trying to get with her in Ocean's 12, I thought that was hilarious, though.
I don't remember that.
playing New Jersey.
But you didn't do her top 4.
Oh,
do you
we
have
did
her?
do it.
Because I don't even know her
I
top
thought we
4.
did.
I
I'm
don't even
sorry.
know her
Yeah.
top 4.
Well, I told you Buckaroo Banzai's in it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is everybody's?
Yeah.
Jeff
Do you want to try her
If that
others?
isn't Jeff
I don't even know.
Goldblum's, yeah, I couldn't tell you.
The others are The Fan.
Is that the Wesley Snipes
I
and
think that's the De Niro one, yeah.
Wow. Okay.
I think she might have been his wife. In that
Wow,
one, yeah.
okay.
Drop Dead Gorgeous.
Oh, God damn it, yes. She is Kristen Bell's... Kristen Bell?
I don't think I've
Kirsten
seen this
Dunst.
movie.
Kirsten Dunst. That's a great movie. Drop Dead Gorgeous. That's the beauty pageant in Minnesota with Denise
Oh.
Richards.
Yeah, no, I never saw that
Allison
one.
Janney.
I've never seen that,
great,
no.
great movie, and I forgot she was in that. But yeah, she's in that.
And then The Big Easy.
Never saw it. No, it's one of those movies that everybody talks about and never saw it.
Yeah. Playing Sydney's Zweibel or New Jersey was Jeff Goldblum
That was
in
so
a
stupid.
very like I guess like
Toned down.
Yeah, like sedated.
Yeah.
Most of this movie took place in New Jersey. It's weird calling someone that's living in the state that you're
I thought that
currently
was
in
weird, too.
the
Yeah.
state.
That's just
And
like I
then
think it's
you
weird
dress
getting
like
a
a
New Jersey
cowboy.
tattoo if you live in New Jersey. Like if
Yeah.
I had a New Jersey tattoo, that would be weird. Like, but if I lived in California now, I could get a New Jersey tattoo because that's where I was from. That makes sense. But I know somebody that has a New Jersey tattoo and they live in New Jersey. It's very strange. Don't
Is
You're
that
not
you?
looking at me, right?
Oh,
I have
I
New
don't know.
Jersey Devils tattoo.
No, that doesn't.
but-
That doesn't count. No. He also has barbed wire, but we don't talk about that.
It was
That was the
1995.
I know, I
was
you gotta tease
cool.
him.
I was so cool getting that. Let me tell you.
I gotta tease him. He can tease me for mine. I know I got some bad ones.
Oh my god.
How about Jeff's top 4?
Oh, okay.
Now we've done him.
No, I
Done
don't
Jeff-
think so.
They haven't done Jeff Goldblum. Okay. Oh wow.
I don't think so.
Jurassic Park.
Good call.
Yes.
Jason's wearing a Jurassic Park shirt.
Oh
too.
my
Oh my
gosh!
god, you are. Wow, I didn't
And
even
he's
realize
on there, right
Oh.
there.
There he is.
Look at that.
Me and Malcolm. How about The Fly?
The Fly made it. I like that movie.
Logan-
I could wear that shirt too.
Logan said that that movie still to this day terrifies him.
Okay.
Because he saw it very young. He was being
Yeah.
babysat by his grandparents, and Michelle's dad is a horror guy.
yeah.
And they sat down and watched The Fly, and I guess the thinking was that this movie is 30 years old. How could it possibly affect this kid? Logan's still scared of it.
That's like
still.
I saw Burnt Offerings as a
Oh
kid.
my God,
That's
me
the movie
too.
that messes with me.
He messed me up.
Yeah.
Jeff Goldblum.
So-
and he's like one of those guys. That's
You've
doing a
got
million
Jurassic
things.
Thor?
Park and The Fly so far.
Oh yeah,
Thor?
Ragnarok.
Thor, no.
How about Buckaroo Banzai?
No, it's not in his.
Is it the second another Jurassic Park?
No.
Is it something we should get? It's definitely
One of them I
something
think you should get. One you won't because it's a Wes Anderson movie.
Oh, I don't even know what he's
Grand
in.
Budapest Hotel.
Oh,
Damn,
I did know he was
I
in that.
saw that and didn't care.
The other one is a movie I hate. I've never seen it.
I know. The alien one when they come down and Will Smith's in it. And he,
Yeah.
What's that called? Independence Day.
Yeah.
That is a good movie. I like that movie.
Yeah.
The first one's fine.
Yeah. Is there a second one?
I think it just came out like a couple of years ago. I never saw it. I'm saying the first one's
Your
fine.
boy came out at Coachella.
My boy came out.
Yeah, you just said that you liked him in this movie. Will Smith.
Came out as.
He came out and sang.
When you said that, I thought you meant someone
No,
came out as
and sang
gay.
with J Balvin or something
Oh.
like that. Yeah.
When you said your boy came out of Coachella, I was like,
I know.
someone
I
said
realized
they're gay.
I realized I said it
I was
wrong.
excited, like, who?
apologize, Yeah.
So he came out to introduce somebody?
No,
or-
he came out and sang.
Huh.
And did people cheer him?
Yeah, that's what I
'cause
have a problem
Those are
with.
the same people that are like, OJ was framed and, O.J.
Yeah.
Simpson was a murderer. And there are people that are still defending that guy.
I know, but
Yeah.
I wish he would have been at like a Comic-Con. I would have met him.
Yes,
I would have met him. I would have got my picture taken.
you can't encourage this kind of behavior.
I know,
No.
but then I could mess around with the picture, like with all kinds of Photoshop and like have like knife coming across.
Oh my God.
If OJ was doing pictures where he had a knife to your throat
And he was signing things. I said, "Can you say I did it and then sign it?"
after he died the other day, they were showing some of like the Norm clips from Saturday Night Live, but there was a great
There's a whole clip. There's like an 11-minute clip.
there was a
of
great
all
thing where they were showing when
God.
Tim Meadows was playing OJ and he was doing like he was in the booth
I saw that
on
one,
Monday
yeah.
Night Football and he's like writing on the like as John Madden
He's
would
doing
write
it, yeah.
and after
He's
he
like, you make a block
he's like,
here.
He's like you go out here, you button hook, and you do this, and it says I did it in the middle of the screen, and whoever was playing John Madden was like, I gotta get out of here.
I think it was he does the voiceover now.
Daryl Hammond, yes,
Oh,
it was,
yeah.
All right, so we just did Jeff Goldblum playing John Big Boutte.
Oh my God, Boutte, God.
How many times
Dana,
did that
Dana
joke?
liked it.
You like that joke? Because we hated that joke.
I didn't like anything. There was one thing that made me laugh,
That's
and I'll
even
tell you
better.
what it is when we get to it.
But we've done Christopher Lloyd, right?
Have we done Christopher Lloyd? I don't know. I can't remember anything we did with him.
All right, well then try his top 4. I thought we've done it. Let me look at
Back to the Future.
That is in there,
2 or
yes.
3?
Was he in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's
He
Nest?
was definitely on One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
That didn't make it in there. Back to the Future did though.
Just the one?
Just the one, yeah.
I feel like we did do him
some
before,
large-
though.
Yeah, I feel we have too.
One of the Addams Family? We definitely did him before.
Yeah, because we talked about him.
Both
being
Adams families are in there.
Okay, then we did do him before.
Damn it! When did we do
But I gotta
him
see what
for?
we did. What
That
movie
seems
we did.
recent then too. That we talked
Yeah.
about Adams Family movies.
'Cause I
feel
remember-
like we just talked about that.
Gotta go way down here because
We're going back.
82 was Movie Madness, Money on the Side, Taxi. Oh, 1983, Mr. Mom.
Oh, right.
that's
yes, he's one of
right.
his colleagues. Yeah,
Yeah.
wow.
Mr. Big Boutte.
Oh man, that Boutte, like when they got
The
on
one
the
movie
ship
you
at the
didn't
end.
get? Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Oh my God, I love that
He's
movie.
great in that too. When they're on the ship at the end and the Boutte, he's like John Boutte, and he's like it's Boutte and Booty, and I'm like, did they think this was funny? Did they think this
somebody
worked?
did.
Somebody did.
Dana
Somebody
did.
was cracking up.
Like it's not as funny as like Headley Lamar. Headley,
That was funny.
Headley Lamar. Headley. It seems like they were trying to do that kind of joke. Just
Definitely
making
seemed
fun
like
of
they
a
were trying to
name.
do that, yeah.
Headley.
But it was like too. You're saying booty. I mean, come on. It's not a
It's
play on the
not
word or
funny.
anything.
Yeah.
It's not funny. It's just.
And did they explain why everybody was named John? Did they explain that when they did the whole
I think it
Grover's
was just
Mill?
because they were trying to be quick and easy about it.
Okay.
I guess that was just to show how simple it was, you know. But playing Perfect Tommy was
Tommy.
Lewis Smith.
I had to look him up because I thought I
I
knew
don't
him from something.
I thought he was
but-
Guy Pearce from Memento.
Right?
Like, as soon as I saw him, I'm like, Guy Pearce.
He doesn't usually have blonde hair. That's the problem. I think he's a brunette. Do you say that for guys? He's a brunette.
No.
He's just brown.
He's a brown. No.
That
It is weird to say that. It's like, oh, he's a brunette. Like, oh, is he now?
His top 4 Banzai did make it into.
Of course.
Yeah, so Wyatt Earp.
Oh,
Okay.
good movie.
Southern Comfort.
Wired Earp was a bad movie.
No, Deadwood, or was Deadwood the good one? The one with Kurt Russell.
Tombstone
good.
was the good one.
Tombstone was the good one.
Tombstone was the good one. Wyatt
Yeah.
Earp was the one with Kevin Costner.
Yeah,
Not
it was.
good. Yes.
Yeah.
And which one was he in? He was in.
I knew you thought
He's
that
in
too. We've had
Wyatt
this
Earp.
conversation.
Not the good one. Okay,
yeah, not the good one.
And Django Unchained.
Oh my God, what was he in
He's
Django?
probably a
wasn't
random
it? Yeah.
cowboy or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe he was one with Walton Goggins. Maybe he was one of those guys.
The only female playing a John was Rosalind Cash.
Is that Johnny Cash's wife?
That's Rosalind. Was Rosemary? No.
I don't know. Rosie Cash?
Roseanne Cash?
Roseanne Cash?
I don't know what it is now.
Reese Witherspoon in the movie?
Buckaroo Banzai is in her top 4, along with the Omega Man,
With Charlton Heston. Wow, okay, she's going back.
Uptown Saturday Night, and Clute.
Clute.
That's Jane Fonda.
And Donald Sutherland.
Yeah.
Who was she in this movie? Was
She was the hologram.
Yeah.
Okay. The one that they had to wear the special bubble wrap glasses for. Okay.
Right, that the
Because the
bubble
only
wrap
other woman I
glasses.
could remember besides Ellen Barkin was the girl that they go to her house and she's like got the real frizzy hair.
Yeah.
And she made such an impression on me. I don't remember anything about her. And then she just appeared on screen. I was like, hey, another woman.
And Robert Ito was playing Professor Hakita.
It was nice of them actually to get a Japanese person to play a Japanese role in
Especially
1984.
since he was in the group of the crew from Hong Kong. He was the only person who wasn't white.
Buckaroo Banzai made it into his top 4, along with Rollerball.
Oh, wow.
He was in one episode of Star Trek The Next Generation. That made it in, but he had so many other credits, which I thought was weird that was in there for one episode. But he was also on Quincy M.E. Can you tell me how many episodes of Quincy M.E. he was in?
Me, I don't think I know that.
Medical examiner.
Was he his assistant? Was he the guy in Quincy with Jack Klugman? Oh. So he was in like 200 episodes.
I've
never even heard of the show.
He's in all 180 episodes.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Now that you said that, I remember him being in that. He was so much younger in that.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Jack Klugman, I'm sure you probably seen if you saw his picture, you would know who he was.
Yeah.
Odd Couple and stuff like that. No? Really?
If you pull up a picture of him, you'll know who he is.
What's his name?
Jack Klugman.
He was married to Brett Summers from the
Love Brett Summers
for a while.
She sat right next to Charles Nelson Riley.
Oh.
No?
Yeah, I know this face.
Okay.
I've seen something of
I had a crush on him. It sounded like that's where you're going at first.
He died in 2012.
He did.
Yeah.
Throat cancer. I don't think he spoke for the last couple of years of his life or
it was
something
sad,
like that.
Playing Reno, Nevada with Pepe Serna.
Reno, Nevada. Was that his name? Good Lord.
Yeah.
The names in this movie.
It's not our first. It's not our first.
Ridiculous.
Not our first Pepe Serna movie.
Pepe is Angel from Scarface.
Correct. He was
I didn't catch that.
He's punk number 1 in The Jerk.
Yeah, Mr. Nussbaum.
Yep.
I have a credit card for Mrs. Nussbaum. Oh, I'm Mr. Nussbaum.
Buckaroo Banzai made it in there as well, and then The Rookie. I think that's
Charlie Sheen and Charlie Sheen and good Lord, Clint Eastwood.
Really?
I was thinking it was
for some reason I was thinking it was a kid's baseball movie.
No,
that's Rookie of the Year.
Well,
okay.
I think you're with Major League too, but The Rookie is I think Clint Eastwood's the seasoned vet, and
it sounds familiar.
Charlie Sheen's working under him.
Yeah.
It's like a Training Day with Ethan Hawke and Dana's boy, Denzel.
Ronald Lacey playing President Widmark.
Ronald Lacey. Oh, the president.
He's the president.
In the back thing the whole time. That was so weird.
I know your back hurts, Mr. President, but
he played Tote in Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yes. The guy that burned the thing on his hand.
Oh.
He was also in Red Sonja, Sonia, and Firefox.
Okay.
Make it into his top 4.
Logan thought it was. He's like.
Did you get a score from Logan?
I
too,
did.
right?
I did. Based on 50% of the movie, but he felt it needed a score.
We'll take it from him.
I think Logan might have the highest score of anybody at this table. But Logan thought, he's like, is that Brad Pitt? When he was upside down, he couldn't. He's looking at him. He's like, is that Brad Pitt? I'm like, this movie's 1984. Brad Pitt was like 13 or something like that.
He was actually 20 because I think he's 60 now.
He's older than us. But when he flipped over, he's like, he still kind of looks. He's like, he's got Brad Pitt's like jaw. He's like, is he his dad? I'm like, I don't think so, man. But I don't see where you're seeing Brad Pitt in this guy.
I don't think Brad Pitt's dad was an actor either.
No. Probably would have known if his dad was in this.
I think Brad was one of those guys that came from small town wherever.
He's like Kansas or something like that.
Yeah. Where did we leave? Oh, Matt Clark playing the Secretary of Defense.
Okay, that was that jerky guy that was always yelling and screaming.
You may remember him from Back to the Future Part 3.
Oh, I might. You know.
I've never seen that.
I don't know what he was in that movie, but...
Buckaroo Banzai, The Outlaw, Josie Wales.
Oh, okay.
Clint. Jeremiah Johnson. I don't know what that is.
I don't know that either. It sounds like someone's name.
Playing Rawhide was not our first time seeing this man, Clancy Brown.
It wasn't the first time with Clancy Brown. I feel like we haven't talked about him yet.
No, I feel like we have.
Damn, okay. That's fine.
Let me look it up just to confirm it.
I said to Michelle as soon as we started watching this movie and he appeared, I'm like, I didn't know Clancy Brown was ever young. I'm like, I really didn't think he was ever young. He was always like the youngest thing I remember him from is Shawshank, and that's like 10 years later than this.
Oh, yeah. I had to look up which one you were talking about. But yeah, I remembered him from Shawshank and obviously SpongeBob.
And Mr. Krabs' voice, yeah.
But I had to go through too. Because I felt like there's something so specific I knew him from, but I couldn't get it.
No. Yeah, we did have one movie with Clancy Brown.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, what did we do?
I knew it. I was fucking right to his first movie, 1983, Bad Boys.
Right, and he's a dick in that. Yeah,
He's with the radio.
Yes, indeed.
Yes, I love that movie.
He's the baddest of the bad boys in that one. Yes,
he
indeed.
is good at playing an asshole.
It's almost impossible for him to play a good guy.
I like him a lot.
I do too.
I think he's one of those people that everybody's like, oh, if you don't know his name, you still like to see him. You're like, oh, I like this guy.
As soon as you see his face is so recognizable.
He is, but it was just so crazy seeing him as a young guy.
What did you guys say? You said Shawshank, that made it in there.
SpongeBob.
And you said SpongeBob movie, that made it in there.
Yeah.
A movie I've watched recently, Starship Troopers, that made it in there.
Yes.
And he was in the Nightmare on Elm Street in 2010.
Oh, I didn't see that one.
Remake. Yes, he is in that. Yeah.
He's not Freddy because that was
Jack Earl Haley.
Jack Earl Haley.
He's one of the parents. He's one of the ones that he's like the ringleader of the Let's Go Burn this guy to death and stuff like that. Yeah.
Playing John Parker, that was the Rastafarian.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Carl Lumbly.
I don't know him. I don't think.
And his top 4 was weird too. Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai, Men of Honor, Alias, that's the TV show, and A Cure for Wellness.
Man, if everybody got $1 for Buckaroo Banzai being in their top 4, man, they're all rich.
Buckaroo Banzai's got a pretty strong showing on IMDb.
Does it really? Is it
I
like
guess
a
it's
cult
on all
classic?
these top 4s, you know what I mean?
Is it a cult classic? Because I feel no one
I think
ever
it is a cult classic. I don't know, but we'll see when we post this if we get anybody that says, I love that movie.
This is the first conversation I've ever had about Buckaroo Banzai ever. And I saw this in the 80s.
I didn't see it in the theater, I know that, but I remember watching it as on a VHS, renting it, you know.
I never saw this before.
Not our first Vincent Schiavelli movie playing John O'Connor. He's the long-faced guy from Fast Times.
I know him from
Ghost.
Yeah.
He's the subway guy.
Get off my train, yeah.
I love that guy.
He's been in a million things too.
Yeah.
Is he died?
He's dead. He died in 2005.
Oh wow, that long ago.
Cancer.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was 57 in 2005.
Yeah.
So God damn, no, he looked 57.
21 years.
He looked
21 years before that.
So he's like 36.
Yeah. 36, yep.
He looks 50.
Playing John Gomez was Dan Hedaya. That was Schiavelli's right-hand man, and we just saw him in...
Oh, is that Mel Horowitz and
Dan
Nick
Hedaya.
Tortelli?
I love Mel Horowitz.
Blood Simple, yes.
Blood Simple, yeah. As soon as he appeared, I'm like, man, this guy was busy this year. Look at that.
He had Usual Suspects, Clueless, Mulholland Drive, and Commando.
Yes. Wow, okay.
Playing Senator Cunningham was Marie Claire Costello.
Oh, I don't remember there being a senator in this.
I don't remember.
I remember there being another woman, but I thought she was like in the audience talking to the people when they were on like that panel.
This is a senator, so I guess
she wouldn't have been in there, but
she's not in anything we know. Ordinary People.
Yeah, Mary Tyler Moore.
Casper Lindley was played by Bill Henderson. He was the cop from Clue.
Okay. Oh, the black guy that was the grandfather of the little kid.
Oh, the dad.
Okay. He was also in Fletch. He was great in Fletch.
City Slickers.
Okay.
Buckaroo Banzai is in his top 4.
You got
Maverick. He was in Maverick.
He was great in Fletch.
Playing the Lizardo hospital guard was Jonathan Banks.
Yes,
Did you recognize
Oh my god!
Jonathan
First
Banks?
of all, I wasn't looking when he first came on scene. I heard the voice and I immediately snapped
You're
up.
gonna say, Emilio, what are you doing?
Oh my god! Seeing him with such dark hair, not the fact that he had hair to begin with, but the fact that it was so dark was just. And even his laugh, like everything about it, I love that man so much.
Now we've done him already. I feel we've talked about Jonathan Banks already.
We have.
I just don't know why we've talked about him.
He was an airplane. I know you talked about him.
Buckaroo Banzai's in his top 4.
Of course it is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Shut the front door.
We'll talk about Jonathan Banks again later this year too when we talk about Gremlins.
Oh, we did him. He was in 48 Hours. He was definitely in 48 Hours.
But we'll talk about him in Gremlins as well.
Oh, was he in Gremlins? I didn't even remember him
I don't remember him being in that either.
He had a great career.
Find out.
He had a great career. I'm talking like he's
Mudbound
dead.
is in his top 4, and Breaking Bad. I don't know if you guys heard of this show. Breaking Bad.
That's a TV show.
And Better Call Saul is not.
No.
But Buckaroo Banzai
Yes.
is in his top 4.
Yes. You know who else has Buckaroo Banzai in their top 4? Yakov Smirnoff.
That was so weird
God.
that he was in this. And he wasn't playing... Like,
He's a national security advisor.
Like, Yakov's one of those guys, whenever he's in something, like he was in Brewster's Millions.
That's in his top 4.
Who was he in Brewster's Millions?
He was like a cab driver or something like that.
okay.
He's also in The Money Pit.
Yes.
Is he really?
But he always plays like that over-exaggerated Russian guy, but he didn't play
Last
that
thing in his top 4 was Night Court. Can you tell me how many episodes of Night Court Yakov Smirnoff?
Yeah, I do remember he was a recurring character. I'm going to say like 12.
30.
5. He did 5
I remember he was
out of 193 total episodes of Night Court. That doesn't count the new seasons that are out now.
Yeah, well, those
there's a
don't count.
new
No one
Night Court
counts
out
any
now,
of
and I haven't
those.
seen it. That's all I have for the cast. If anybody else has anybody else,
The only other person was I think his name's John. In real life, John, not one of these characters named John. John Ashton or something like that. He was the other cop in Beverly Hills Cop, not Judge Reinhold. He was the other.
Oh.
He was the other cop, the older cop, mustache, bald head. He was a cop in this too. I couldn't even tell you the plot contrivances that got those 2 hillbilly guys with the shotguns with the big thing.
Oh my God, he was one of them?
He was the cop that showed up.
I told him
place. Yeah, don't do anything. Don't be doing that.
That's an order.
But,
Okay.
When that scene was happening in this movie, I was like,
I didn't
how did we
understand.
get here? What?
Yeah. And
This movie had so many what scenes in it.
when the first guy came out, the first Rastafarian came out and they shot him.
Yep.
And then he turned it. But then he was then over there. Was that just supposed to be another one?
I don't know.
Or was it him again?
Yeah,
I was
good
so
question. That's a very good question. Did you know Jamie Lee Curtis played Buckaroo's mother in a flashback, but the scene was deleted?
Oh, thank God. I was like, I didn't see her
we
in
need to
this,
find that somewhere.
The scene is available on the recent DVD release as an optional
not buying
prequel
it.
to the theatrical version and
my
as a
God.
special feature. It might be on YouTube, though.
Yeah, I'll have to find it.
Jamie Lee Curtis is visible in a photo on the dashboard of the jet car in the widescreen version.
Now I wonder if they were setting up a prequel here with Jamie Lee Curtis starring in How Was Buckaroo Banzai? I feel like this movie, as much as Star Wars was a part 4 of a 9-part trilogy, but it felt like a standalone movie.
Yeah.
I felt this movie was a part 4 of a 9-part trilogy that we'll never find out about, because it starts off with Peter Weller as a neurosurgeon doing
Yes.
brain surgery, and then
Yes.
for
Jeff Goldblum.
no explanation, he gets off a helicopter and now he's driving a rocket car. No, because you usually use your doctors to
And
drive
everybody
rocket
knows
cars.
him.
Yeah, and
Yes.
everybody knows him. He's doing comic books and stuff like that. And then the next scene he's on a stage playing in a band, and not a big band, just in a club somewhere. But it's like, what? Why is he all these things? Because I guess they think he's cool because he's a brain surgeon.
It's too much.
Yeah,
It's too busy.
What was the deal with the comic books? Was he writing them?
I think it was just a comic book based on
Of him. And his adventures in neurosurgery?
Who the hell knows?
Okay.
Because I think that's for part 5. They didn't get to that.
On at the movies in 1984, just before the film's release, Gene Siskel correctly guessed that the movie would attain cult status.
okay.
So it does have a cult status.
Yeah,
Sure.
who cares? I don't care about that cult status. This really did nothing for me.
No.
But I know some of the other movies we've talked about with cult statuses like Krull and stuff like that.
Krull's better than this.
I agree with you there. Most of the band playing with Buckaroo Banzai is Billy Vera and the Beaters.
Oh, okay.
So it's a real band.
All
Yeah.
right, all right.
That was such a terrible, cringy scene. The whole bar thing, the playing, the music.
Marvel Comics did release a limited 2-issue series based on the film.
Oh my god.
2 issues.
I didn't get those. I didn't get those.
Wow.
Too. And I collected comics back in 1984. Yeah. No good. No good. This movie starts off with the Buckaroo Banzai, that B and the backwards B logo.
Yes.
And it looked like 3D, and they had the synth music going there.
Yeah.
It's like, man, every
So
80s movie
80s, yeah.
had that synthy kind of like, you're watching a sci-fi movie because the music has now become.
You hear something.
Stranger Things did such a good job
and
with
of course,
their
great that they
opening
used it
to.
because of all these movies.
Yeah.
Michael Madsen was offered the role of Perfect Tommy, but he turned it down due to scheduling conflicts with what movie?
Michael Madsen.
Michael Madsen in 1984. Jesus, was that Reservoir?
That was
I didn't know him before.
The Natural.
Oh, was he in that? Never saw it.
And I got here, Tom Hanks and Michael Keaton were considered for the role of Buckaroo Banzai.
That would have been a downfall.
Just like every
their
other
career.
movie
It would
this year.
have stopped them from doing something better.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, this didn't stop Peter Weller because he'll be doing
Peter
RoboCop
Weller's
soon.
career wasn't as great as Tom Hanks.
No.
Certainly
Or
not.
Michael
but,
Keaton's.
Nope.
But I don't think that's based on either one of their picking this movie. I think it's based a lot on Peter Weller's acting because he is a terrible actor.
Yes.
Terrible. He is perfect for RoboCop, just like Arnold was perfect for the Terminator because don't talk, just act.
Yep.
This dude should have just, or don't talk, just move. Don't actually act. Peter Weller is not a good actor, and he's a better dick anyway, better bad guy in Firstborn and stuff like that. This movie was
Firstborn was also in New Jersey, wasn't it?
Yes, it
was.
was.
Blue New Jersey plates, because this had the Blue New Jersey plates also with Peter Weller.
Blue New Jersey plates. It had the.
So Peter Weller only filmed in New Jersey.
Maybe
That's
what
the problem.
Maybe he was restricted. Maybe
Where was RoboCop filmed?
Detroit, actually.
No.
Or it's
I
supposed
got
to
a
take
trivia
place in
question
Detroit.
for you kids.
I'm in.
Yeah, you
I
ready?
love trivia
Yes.
questions.
How many zeros in a quadrillion?
Oh,
Because that was a question.
yes. What
So
did
you
he
got
say?
billions, 12,
So if there's
15,
a 1,
18?
how many zeros?
18.
But they didn't
quadrillion?
answer it in the
No,
show.
they
And
didn't answer. I researched.
18.
18?
Okay. Well, I know in 6, 9, 12. I'm going to go 12.
You both missed it. It's 15.
Overshot.
15 would have been my next one.
Yep.
And I went right past it.
I also thought, how about Buckaroo licking his hand, stamping the form?
Oh, the formula with the-
on the forehead of Professor Akita.
That was ridiculous.
Oh.
That was
And
so
it worked.
dumb.
It went right on his
Yeah.
head. I was like, does that work like that?
I was
Let's
like,
try that.
That's so gross. That's like when your mom licks her thumb and
Yeah,
like,
and like
cleans your
oh,
face.
yeah. That was nasty.
Disgusting.
This movie had the opening crawl.
Yeah, like Star Wars.
This movie wanted to be Star Wars.
Yes, it did.
And it was so not
And
Star
No.
Wars.
opening crawl where they're talking about the half American, half Japanese Buckaroo Banzai, and I was like, as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh, okay, so I know what we're getting into. We want to be Star Wars. And even those masks of the red, they look like guys that would have been in the cantina scene in Star Wars in 1977, which always makes me think like that movie at this point was 7 years old or 8 years old from the time
Yeah,
they filmed it and
Jedi
stuff
was
like
the
that.
year before.
Yeah. How did they make Star Wars look so good? Because Star Wars to this day, and I'm not talking about the special editions, like Star Wars looks so good. The special effects look so good. These guys go up in a spaceship and you can see the ripples of the green screen behind them. They're so obvious they're not really up in the air. But Star Wars made everything believable, man.
Yeah.
It really ruined movies for the next decade until they figured out computer technology because everybody wanted to be Star Wars and very few movies.
I mean, it had
could
the
match
story
their
was
special
there,
effects.
and the story was there, and you cared about it.
But I think the special effects
Like the
still
characters.
hold
Yeah.
up. The special effects still hold up. In this movie, the special effects didn't hold up then.
Yeah, the characters
No.
are also more likable.
Yeah.
in Star
Yeah.
Wars.
You didn't like Perfect Tom or what
Perfect
was the other guy's
Tommy?
name? Reno, Nevada. Reno, Nevada.
I like when John Parker said, "What is a truck?"
What is
Oh,
a truck?
yeah, he did say
said, "What
that.
is a truck?" Yeah, because they were like, "Get in the
He
truck."
said,
He's like,
"Here,
"What is a
just
truck?"
no." He said, "Here, you drive," because he was going to shoot, and he's like, "I don't know." He's like, "It's like a truck."
Oh yeah,
And he's
yeah.
like,
What's a truck?
"What's truck?"
But my favorite quote was, "I took a bath."
My favorite
Penny
was,
said that one.
what's that watermelon for? I'll tell you later.
And
we never got to find out what that watermelon was for.
The sequel, Daner.
God.
My favorite quote, I took a screenshot of I had to look it up, and so my favorite quote of the movie was, damn.
You said it this morning.
Buckaroo, the White House wants to know if everything is okay with the alien spacecraft from Planet 10, or should we just go ahead and destroy Russia? Yes. Tell them yes on one, no on two. Which one was yes? Go ahead and destroy Russia, or number two? I was like, that was pretty funny. Which was actually in the trailer.
It was.
And
it was in the trailer.
The entire trailer.
The trailer that looked awesome was the end credits.
It was over the credits.
You watched this trailer and you said, I need to see this movie, right?
Because it was the end credits of them just coming together and walking with that great song.
So cool.
That song was great. They looked cool. I'm like, oh, these guys are going on adventures. I need to see this. Look, oh my God, it's Jeff Goldblum.
You're like, I never saw this. I can't wait to see this. Jeff Goldblum, Peter Weller. I love him in Firstborn.
Jeff Goldblum dressed as Woody from Toy Story.
And that song was really great. And they were walking. You're like, oh my God, these guys.
You picked some bad movies, Dana.
Dana's picked movies that. As soon as she says it, I'm like, I don't think Dana's gonna like this movie. And you gotta pick something better next time. Like, you're a Helen Slater girl. I think Supergirl.
Yeah, why don't you?
That's true. You know what? I don't think I saw them on the list, but then a lot of the ones I wanted were. Somebody already wanted to be on for it, or it's a horror for Halloween or Christmas, whatever. So
she must be thinking Gremlins if she's saying Christmas and Halloween. What did you watch this on?
Tubi.
I watched it on Pluto. It was my first time watching a movie on Pluto. Yeah,
I watched it on YouTube. Yeah, but I paid for it. I paid $3.89 for it.
Oh, it was free on Tubi.
Yeah.
Damn. Don't tell Michelle
I watched it on the Roku channel. The Roku channel.
Yeah, I saw it was on Roku channel. Yeah, it was free for me on Pluto.
Oh my God! Don't tell Michelle; she'll be pissed that we paid $3 for this movie. Oh my God! She'll be pissed.
Well, we'll just tell her it was because of the oscillation over thruster.
Yes, that's always a thing.
Talking about, that's a fan. It oscillates. Let's put that in the name. Oscillation.
So the little device that they had to take from the car.
That's the oscillator.
Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, that's the
it looked
device.
exactly like the flux capacitor in Back to the Future.
Yeah. What was that creature that they put on
the little brain thing?
Well, first it was a tarantula. There was a tarantula walking up her leg while she was just laying there.
When she was laying there, and they put that thing on the board and they walked away.
It was like a snail. It was a space snail. Peter Weller came over and grabbed it, right? It was a space snail. But there was a tarantula before that, crawling up her leg. Why? They never came back to it.
He had a little brain thing on his car. He took the brain thing off his car.
Also, how did they not find the overthruster when she had it? She put it in her purse.
Yeah.
And he was digging through her purse.
For, ever.
Yeah.
For a very long time. Her purse wasn't that big.
So either she put that somewhere on her person.
That's what I think happened. She put it somewhere.
Just saying.
But when he went through that mountain, and was it a brain? Because there was also a person in that mountain that he ran into.
There were people grabbing the car as you went through it.
Were those supposed to be the things?
I don't know.
And then one of their brains got stuck up inside his car.
I don't know. I'm ready to get
because then they were shooting. Then they were shooting octopuses at him. Like when Clancy Brown got shot, it was like an octopus. So I was like, so they're shooting octopuses at him?
I don't know.
I forget who said it, but somebody was like race war in New Jersey.
Yes, because they shot the Rastafari. The Jamaican guy.
The Fear song. You could have a war that started in New Jersey.
It was either the secretary or the president when they said they shot this man. It was obviously a black guy, and they said race war, and they're like, "Oh no, he's an alien." I was like, "Yeah, we'll wait for that. The race war is coming. Just wait."
They did try to seem like they were trying to make funny jokes to be a comedy too, because at one point the guy goes, "I'm barely holding my fudge in." Yeah. When he was talking about, then the declaration of war was titled the short form.
It said the short form on the form.
I'm like, what?
that was actually very funny.
The watermelon
declaration
thing,
of war, short form. Yes.
The only thing I found really funny is when John Lithgow's character, I guess, was pissing off. I don't know which one it was because they were in their alien form at the time, and he just gave him the finger.
That was after he was Boutte, and
and he just
because then he turns around and he turns around and kills him, and then the other guy just assumes his position in the harness or whatever.
That was the only time I laughed. I don't know why I found him giving him the finger in an alien suit Why did the alien even know what the finger was?
Yeah.
And where did they come? Had they been on the planet a long time? The white aliens?
Who the hell knows?
Okay.
The red aliens.
We know as much as you.
Okay.
I didn't do any deep dive with I'm sure there's been books and comic books and all that nonsense setting up history here.
Yeah, there must have been.
To do that.
So when John Parker and Buckaroo were in the spaceship, the pod that came out of the spaceship. Now,
at the end,
John Parker's going to go back up into space. Why didn't he just let Buckaroo out? Why did Buckaroo have to eject and come down in a parachute?
At one point, it was like going through like space, like it was doing the woo, and then it wasn't, and then they were just sitting there, and he's like,
there were some. Two attempts have been made to make Buckaroo Banzai into a television series. In 1998, Fox Network planned one with the title Buckaroo Banzai, Ancient Secrets and New Mysteries.
Ancient Chinese Secrets.
For which they created a short animated test reel. However, the series was not picked up, but in 2016, Kevin Smith announced that he would be working with MGM Television on the series and that a deal with Amazon Studios was in negotiation. Smith later left the project after MGM filed a lawsuit against the original creators.
Still, no.
I'm glad that Kevin Smith didn't do it.
Are there original creators out there saying, like, we have the rights to this?
Yes.
How dare you try to steal our intellectual property? I mean, there are people like really alive
Kevin
in this
Smith
shit.
loves this movie.
Yeah, this seems like a Kevin Smith kind of movie. This seems like his kind of stuff.
Were you paying attention to what they were saying on the PA system?
Oh, at one point they said something.
I wrote some of them down.
They had weird stuff written on the like, don't come in here, and all the words are spelled wrong. Come with C-U-M. I'm like, what? What's going on here? Is that just supposed to be funny that they spelled everything wrong?
They kept calling the black aliens and I guess Buckaroo and his group, they kept calling them the monkey boys.
Yes.
They kept saying there are monkey boys in the facility. The monkey boys are feeble.
I guess they're trying to say that the humans are monkeys because they're more reptilian or something like that.
I think that's
yeah.
right.
I don't think
because
they
were more alien, yeah.
But like, I just kept listening to this. There's someone is narrating what's happening over the PA system.
So I have a couple things here I'd like to bring up. First of all, the Grover's Mills story. I grew up in West Windsor, New Jersey, and that's where the aliens landed in 1938. That Orson Welles did his thing. That Jeff Goldblum was. He's like, Grover's. As soon as they said Grover's Mills, I'm like, holy shit! I'm like, I know exactly where they're talking about because that was a big deal. And when I guess that was 1939. In 1989, they did a huge 60th anniversary.
I remember that.
Oh my god, 50th, and oh my god, everybody was like, I was there for that. It was so ridiculous. Who cares? But Jason,
but he was hypnotized. So
how much of this reminded you of They Live? With some of them could see the guys that were like as soon as that started happening.
That's a good one. Rowdy Piper,
Roddy
John
Piper.
Carpenter.
Yep, Johnny Carpenter movie. Much better than this. Much better than this. But
you would have enjoyed that one.
Same kind of concept where like there's
but done well.
What year was that?
87 or 88 or something like that.
Yeah, we'll get to it.
And then here's my biggest question of the night: why were Peter Weller and then later Jeff Goldblum wearing Sally Jesse Raphael glasses?
Yeah, that was very strange.
He had these big red honking glasses on.
He's a neurosurgeon.
What is going on with those? But he was doing a press conference. It reminded me when LeBron James would wear the big fake frames during a press conference because he wanted to appear smart, and he'd wear these big stupid looking like horn rimmed glasses. I felt Peter Weller was like, I gotta wear some big glasses to make myself look smart, and they were the big red glasses. I was like, dude, those are female glasses first of all, and they don't fit your face at all.
I got Peter Weller and John Lithgow both appeared on Dexter. Lithgow played the Trinity Killer in season 4.
He did.
And Weller played a corrupt policeman in season 5.
On what?
Dexter.
Yeah, I remember the Trinity Killer. Yeah, he was really good in that.
Do you don't remember Peter Weller in it?
No, because I probably didn't know who Peter Weller was.
Yeah.
Wasn't John Lithgow for the whole season he was on? He was like his neighbor.
It says it was season 4.
Yeah,
he
was in the whole thing.
So John Lithgow at the beginning of this is housed in the Trenton Home for the Criminally Insane. I was wondering.
That's a real place.
Oh, is that the place on Lower Ferry Road?
I think so,
the psychiatric hospital
near the school for the deaf.
Yes.
Is it actually called that exactly?
It's called. It's not called that anymore.
It might have a different word.
It's definitely not
couldn't
called.
use the same name.
It's
but
definitely
Trenton
not called
Psychiatric. But that's what they would say. Trenton Psychiatric.
Yeah.
Because my sister had her rehearsal dinner right across the street from that. And I remember
I didn't know where
Michelle and I going to that and being like, is that a nut house there?
There's people in my family that were in there.
working or
No, they were in
staying
there.
there? Your sister?
Psychiatric.
Probably
No.
your sister
No.
was there. No.
No, like older in my family. Older.
When everybody got thrown in there, when it was just like
Yeah, when you just had something that nobody had heard of.
just
Yeah.
like I am not dealing with this person anymore.
Yeah.
And then at one point they come out of the New Brunswick Police Department. Now, I'm not bragging here when I say I've been inside the New Brunswick Police Department a couple times. When they walked out of there, I was like, this does not look... A lot of this looked like it was filmed in L.A., and they just kept saying it was New Jersey. I don't know why.
No.
Like, it
I
just,
didn't look to see where it was filmed. I should have.
Yeah,
I mean,
I didn't see any palm trees like Brian used to, but...
he always spotted the palm trees. Brian was good at spotting
This
palm
movie
trees.
starts with them doing that test drive in the
Desert.
wherever.
The desert
But
of New Jersey.
I was like, they never show them transition from there to New Jersey. Everything else takes place in New Jersey. I'm
Well,
like, so
I
I
think
guess
when they
it
were
was
playing in that bar at night,
That was New
same
Jersey
day.
also.
Well, at one point though, didn't they take like a road trip on that bus thing?
Did they? Well, that was it.
'Cause he was
Longer,
practicing,
but-
like,
yeah,
his-
that was much. That was after they played. But
Yeah.
I was like, are they? Is that the desert salt flats of Tom's River or something
Yeah, I
like
think
that?
it is. That's exactly where that was.
In those mountains. I don't
Yeah.
know where those are happening in New Jersey, but
They're up, they're South Jersey.
And then the only other thing I have of any consequence was that at one point when she's strapped up to the table and trying to get information out of her, Christopher Lloyd just yells, "Use more honey!" and he goes running away. I was like,
They
what?
were pouring honey on her arm.
But why?
Did they
was that
think
supposed to attract
humans-
bugs or something like that?
Is that why maybe that's why the slug or the snail was going so slow down the
needed more
little
honey
path,
to get
and
there?
the honey attracted the snail. Okay, maybe that's why he was using the honey. I couldn't
Oh, and I
figure
have
that
one more
out.
thing. Why does Jeff Goldblum have like linebacker grease paint under his eyes for the last half of this movie? He had the big, grease paint under the eyes thing. I was like, why? Is he gonna try to defend the pass in the sun, and he has to block the sun out?
Principal photography began during the second week of September 1983 on locations in and around Southgate, an industrial suburb of
Los Angeles. It didn't feel New Jersey-like
No.
at all. I don't know why they even make it part of New Jersey. I guess because of Grover's Mills, they had to
You know
kind
what?
of like
Firstborn did have a New Jersey feel to it. You know,
did,
like
for
the
sure.
little
Yeah.
small
they were-
town, kind of thing.
she was planting flowers out in the fall. You could see
Yeah.
the trees
That
had
was a little
leaves off it and
strange,
stuff
yeah.
like that. But at least it felt like New Jersey there. This did not feel like it.
I'm out of notes.
I'm also out of notes.
I wrote a couple times, "What's happening? This makes no sense. How did they know Penny was in that helicopter?" It's like,
That guy saw her when it was leaving. He ran over and he saw the helicopter going away,
and he saw
sees her.
Penny in the helicopter
Yeah.
up in the sky.
He had really good vision.
His
He had-
vision was
he
that
had good
good.
vision.
I couldn't
Yeah.
tell if you guys were in a car parked out in front of my house. Right? I'd be like, "Who's in that car? Like, what's going on?" When this movie ended, and you had already texted and said, "I'm ready," and I'm like, "I think I need to watch this movie again because I have no idea what
Yeah.
happened." I did not watch this movie
No.
again.
We said we were ready, but that didn't mean we were really
Yeah,
ready.
didn't mean I knew what the hell was happening.
I was like, I feel this movie needs to be watched again. And then I thought about it. I said to Jason this morning, he's like, "Yeah, score yet?" I'm like, I had to pray on it last night. I had no idea what I was going to give this movie as a score.
I was really worried that you guys were it was gonna be another thing where thought it was horrible and you guys loved it.
I'm gonna go first.
Okay.
And all right, because I had a score on here and I changed it.
Oh my god!
I dropped it 10 points.
Oh,
I did too.
dropped it.
I
Yeah.
do that a lot though.
I had a score first of 65, but I'm making it 55.
Interesting.
This
Interesting
movie,
score.
I don't get it. I mean, maybe if there were sequels, it might have been something, but it did not have it for me. I didn't really laugh. I didn't enjoy anything about the story. I mean, with the cast that's in it, it should have been more. A more enjoyable film, I think, but it's a 55 for me. It changed from 65 to 55.
I think I go through this thing where I watch it right away and I give my knee-jerk score, and then I sleep on it or I think about it, and then
Or you
I hear you
listen to
guys
when we're
say
talking,
different things, and I'm like, oh, maybe I was too harsh. This time I was too kind because I was like, I started out at 55 and I dropped it to 45.
Okay.
And you were too kind.
So you did basically...
Did Tara watch this with you?
She was in and out, and
Okay.
she does this a lot when a movie's bad. I just see her looking at me.
Would she give you any score or anything?
No.
Michelle watched
She
this
didn't watch
entire
enough.
movie with me, but never once did she pay attention. I could feel every once in a while I would hear her like, "Oh my god,
Yeah.
oh my god, oh my god." And so I wasn't even going to ask her a score. Obviously, she hit it.
I put the asterisk next to Logan's because I only watched half.
Logan came home like 15 minutes in, sat down, and left with maybe 20 minutes to go, and walked out and turned around. He's like, 72. I'm like, based on what? he's like, I really like Jeff Goldblum in this. And I'm like, okay, I guess. But 72 based
He was
on,
okay in it.
Yeah.
I mean, I like Jeff Goldblum in it.
Well, he
but,
wasn't good. Yeah, nothing really revolved around him though.
So I felt my score was going to be skewed because I sensed that Jason did not like this movie this morning, and I figured you weren't going to like it. No. I gave it a 60. I feel like I will never ever watch this movie again, and
I have no reason
sometimes there's movies that we watch and I'm like, man, I think I want to watch it again, or I want to know more. Like Ghostbusters, I'm like, I'll probably end up watching that sequel because I liked it so much. I mean, obviously I saw it back in the day. I never saw this one before.
Ghostbusters, you said? Yeah, Ghostbusters 2. Yeah.
But man, I'm like, I felt this movie wanted to be so much that it just failed at every point to be.
It was trying to be everything.
It felt rushed at times.
Rushed.
Yeah.
Felt the plot was so contrived and stupid and just, oh my God, no good. And I know it's a cult classic, and I know we have friends out there that are probably gonna be like, "Dude, that movie's awesome," but I don't. Yeah, go watch
it and then
go
tell us
watch
what you
it
think
again.
of it. Yeah. So what do we got next week?
So we're gonna do Splash with a new guest, a guest we've never had on before. So that's exciting. And then
fun.
And then after that, we're gonna do Muppets Take Manhattan with Paul.
Before that, we're gonna do something though.
Oh, well, that's right. We're gonna try to get another
do you
one.
know what you want to do yet or no?
Oh, is it on me? I didn't look yet. I'll announce
You were
it.
supposed to look at the list today. I'm guessing you didn't.
I did not. I actually got busy. That damn Connor made me do work today.
All right, everybody. We'll be back with Splash soon. So download, rate, subscribe on Spreaker. We are the exciting new podcast on all our socials. I'm the Jazoo on Instagram, Jazoo74 over there on Twitter. This has been the exciting and new podcast. I'm Jason.
Agonzo1 on Twitter, Agonzo1970 on Instagram. Damn, I'm Andy.
It happens every now and then.
Dana Caps on TikTok, Dana Caps 77 on Instagram. I'm Dana.
I don't think you should be allowed to.
Has she messed up yet or no? I don't think she
does it all the time, and she has it written down. Splash next. It'll be better.